Hey everyone, so for today's video I wanted to go through a couple of my planner essentials. These are things that I absolutely have to have when I'm planning and things that have just made it a lot easier for me to do my setups and everything like that. So I've got y'all pretty high up right now because the first thing that I wanted to show y'all is my paper trimmer. This is a Fiskars. I did used to have one of those paper trimmers that, you know, has the little sliding blade, but I found that the blade, it can't cut through heavier mediums like laminate or, you know, super thick cardstock. It can cut through it, but it does dull your blade pretty quickly. So I decided to pick up this one. This is the Fiskars Guillotine trimmer. So basically it's got a locking mechanism here that you can just slide this out, and then you've got your blade. The blade is nice and sharp, trims things beautifully. I have not had that, you know, just really kind of torn and ragged edges to any of my papers yet, and I do cut cardstock, laminated cardstock. I've cut all kinds of things with this, and I also love that you have a lot of control over the blade. I love that it's got this guide here, and you can really line things up here with your lines and your rulers and everything. And I love that it has this paper guard here to where you can really line things up for really precise cutting. I picked this up from Amazon. I will leave links of everything that I talk about down below, but this is definitely one of my planner essentials for sure. Okay, now I'm gonna bring y'all down a little bit. That way we can really see some good detail of things that I'm going to talk about. Okay, second planner essential is this little Scotch brand knife blade thingy cutter. So I actually do not have a Cricut or a Silhouette, so I really like to do printables and things like that. So if I want to get super precise cuts on any kind of papers, I love using this. You've got your blade that you can actually snap off once it gets dull, and you can do it up and down, and it's really nice and protected. Now I do realize that, you know, it may not be the absolute safest thing because you're actually not putting a cap on it, and you could slip and, you know, cut and whatnot, but I do keep this kind of out of the way because I do have a 2-year-old. But this is definitely one of my planner essentials. I love that I can just really dig deep. It's got a very thin, sharp blade on it, and I can really get some detailed cuts with this that you just can't do with scissors necessarily. So this is definitely an essential for me. Another thing that I really like is this Tombow Monodots adhesive. So before I discovered that these even existed, I was using glue sticks, and glue sticks, I just don't feel like the glue is as sticky and doesn't hold quite as well as these do. This is a permanent adhesive, and I know that Tombow makes another kind that is more like a glue tape. And it kind of is the same way. It works just like those little whiteout pins that you can get. But I find that this one sticks much better. And if you can see there, it's got like little dots. It's almost in like that little diamond pattern. So I would really recommend this. And plus, whenever you use this up, all you have to do is just pop this off and you can put a replacement on it. So you can just continue using this and just get refills. So yeah, I love using this whenever I make any kind of a folder, or if I'm just sticking die cuts down on dashboards, just any general type of gluing that I do. I prefer to use this because you don't have to wait for it to dry, and it sticks really well, and it's pretty permanent. So yes, definitely recommend that. And you can pick those up at Hobby Lobby. I have found those on Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you can find them online as well. Another thing that I really love is my 6-hole punch. As you know, I am in a personal wide rings right now. If you've watched any of my latest videos, I've been in the personal wide rings for a little while now. And so whenever I first started making my own inserts and things like that, I needed a hole punch. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up this one. It is from Agenda 52, and it is an adjustable 6-hole adjustable punch. So back here, if you can see, you've got all these different settings for your paper guide, and this is the paper guide. So basically you will stick your medium in here on whatever setting it is, and it will line everything up precisely. Back here, you've also got these 2 adjusters, so you can clip them into whatever setting you need them to go for. So you've got this for A5, then you've got personal desk vacs, A6, and pocket. So pretty nifty little tool there. And then if you need to clear it out, all you have to do is just open that up and you can get all of your little punches out. And you can also lock it, so it is not in lock mode right now. You just push it down and slide the lock over into the lock position and you're good to go. So I definitely love this thing. I know that a lot of people use the Repesco. I think that's how you say it. But I found this at Hobby Lobby and it has been just wonderful so far. I haven't noticed that there are any like dull punches on my holes or anything like that. So yeah, I think this one works really, really well. It was about 15 bucks maybe, but I'm sure you could use a coupon and get it a little bit cheaper. The next thing is my Sunstar corner rounder. So I found this on Amazon, and I will say it does take a while for this to come in. It does take probably about a month if you order it on Amazon, but it is well worth it. So you've got 3 different settings here, and it's outlined here to where you can see what your corners are going to look like. So let's see if I have a paper that I could show y'all. So I'm just going to take this paper here, and you stick it in the side here and punch. Oop. And there you have it. You've got your small punch, and then, let's see, it's not wanting to do there. It's a very, very lightweight paper. And I have butterfingers apparently. Okay, we'll try a different side. There we go. So don't do it on like super, super thin paper. But there's your medium punch, and most of the time I use the large punch, and I think it just looks really nice. So there's kind of the size comparison. There's small, medium, and large, and you can see that here on your guide as well. So as you can see, it's got these 2 edges here. You just slide your paper in, make sure it's lined up with both of the edges on the corner, and then you just simply push down and punch. And then whenever you need to empty it out, just take this part on the bottom off, and it comes off very easily. You can clean it out, throw everything away, and you're good to go again. It's pretty compact size, and I find that it just works really, really well. I used to have those little individual punches. I had a small one and a large one, and I like having this 3-in-1 tool, and I feel like it punches much better. I've punched laminate with this, cardstock, regular paper, so I really feel like this one gives me a good, clean, crisp cut, which is really what I prefer. So love that thing. And then lastly is my Apiru Sunstar case. I've been using this since I got it, and I absolutely love this thing so far. I am able to hold a lot of pens. As you can see, this isn't even half full, and I've got just a ton of different pens and markers and different things in here. And I can stick washi tape in here. I love having everything in its own little place, and I can throw washi tape in here. I could put my Tombow, my blade in here. I could probably even fit this in here if I needed to. But I just love the size of it. I think that just the way that it's designed, it's pretty compact, but it holds a ton. And then you could also still put stuff here in the front as well. So I really, really like this case a lot. And I found it on Jet Pens. And I actually have done an unpackaging and overview of this. So I will leave that at the end where you can watch that if you choose to. So yeah, that is everything. Those are all of my planner essentials. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see future videos, please subscribe, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye everybody.